Hey, what's up, guys? This is probably going to be a segment I'm going to name Midnight Thoughts because a lot of times I find myself unable to sleep because my brain just won't shut off, you know. Um, and I figured since this channel, like I said in my previous intro video, will mostly be for, um, just expression and just getting these thoughts out of my head and on to YouTube. Um, so I guess one of the thoughts I want to start off with is why am I so easily bored? Like, why can't I be like a normal person, I suppose, and who can just fall asleep at will? Like just those normal people that can go to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and wake up in the morning at 5 or 6, you know, and be just productive. I mean, I had a job where I had to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning, but I have to have 5 alarms, five, to just get my ass up out of bed, you know, because I just couldn't go to sleep until late at night because the fucking brain just won't shut off. Um, and I don't feel comfortable taking sleeping pills. Uh, I don't like the way they make me feel, and I think it just makes everything worse. You know, uh, and I think that being easily bored is just part of life now because we live in a time where everything is so easily accessible that it's easy to keep our attention on something. And then when there's nothing to keep our attention, we don't really have, or at least me, don't really have any place for my brain to go to distract itself, and these thoughts just come up and they won't leave, you know. And I keep talking about these thoughts and ideas, and I haven't really said any of them. So I guess something I'd like to start off with would be, I guess, God would be a good place to start. That's a good video, I suppose. Um, I feel that not one religion is the proper one. I don't think Christianity is the proper one. Judaism, Buddhism, which is a teaching, not really a religion. Uh, Muslim, you name it, And what I personally think is, how can I explain it? Okay, what's the one thing on earth besides water that we absolutely need, that nature gives us, that without we would die? Trees. Now, I know this is gonna just hold on. Think of God as a tree, strong, sturdy. It produces so much, you know, you know, I mean, basic shelter is made from trees. Uh, Oxygen would not be here without trees. Uh, They can bear fruit and so many things. So think of God as that. Okay? But what does a tree need to survive? It needs its roots. And each root is distinguishable and unique from all the others. So the way I'm thinking of it is religions are the roots that feed the tree. Okay? Each have their distinguishable beliefs and traditions and thoughts. But ultimately, they all get fed into the same tree. All these religions, all these point of views from different cultures and societies, all point back to the tree. So why, if all religions stem from God, that we are so divided as a world, and a lot of wars, especially back then, and even maybe not so openly now, well, except for the extremists, the jihadists, uh, fight, kill, destroy, all in the name of God, all because their religion is not followed by everybody. Now, would that help the world if all were under one particular practice of religion? Or if we can all just agree and just see and realize that it all points to the same thing. The only thing that really divides the religions are the prophets, the messengers that all have heard the voice of God. Christianity, it's Jesus Christ. Judaism, it's Abraham. Muslims was Muhammad. Buddhism, Buddha. And let's just clarify this: Buddha is not a god. Buddha is a teacher. Okay, so Buddhism is just following the teachings of a man that believed the way he followed, or believed that the way he lived his life was the best way to honor the gift that God gave us, which is life. But yet, ultimately, we all come from the same thing. So why, as a world, are we so divided when at heart we all believe in the same thing? God. Now, let me ask this: is that just an incoherent rambling of somebody who can't sleep, or is that a thought that could potentially change the world? Now, I'm not calling myself a prophet. I'm not calling myself a messiah. I'm not even saying that what I do on this matters in the grand scheme of things. But all I'm saying is that that's a thought that I think makes sense, that I believe makes sense, and that I personally believe in. My family, they're all Baptists, they're all Christians, they all believe in the words, practices of Jesus Christ. Personally, I don't follow the Bible. Personally, I don't particularly believe that we should follow Jesus Christ because he was just a man after all. Son of God, no one can definitively say. No one can definitively say or prove beyond a doubt that Jesus Christ was the Son of God. He still claimed to be a man. And no one alive today was there. And then people bring up documentation. Documentation can be forged. I can write down on a piece of paper that orange is red. Does that make orange red? No. So it's very difficult and hard for me to express my thoughts on this because of backlash that I'm afraid of getting from my family. But I've gotten to the point in my life where I want to live the way I want to live. And just because of the beliefs of my family, I don't feel like I have to hide myself anymore. You know? And I guess that's one of the thoughts that keep me up most at night. You know, one of the main thought. You know, but that's all I'm going to say for now. Uh, Tomorrow, hopefully, or in a couple of days, I will have another video. Uh, and it'll be a little bit more light, I promise. A bit more fun. Uh, but this may be a segment that I want to start doing. Midnight Thoughts. So I hope this was intriguing, thought-provoking, and I really hope that it opens and broadens someone's views, someone's eyes, and make them realize and think that just because of the way you grew up and the thoughts of a religion that was pushed onto you and forced onto you by your family, with them saying that, can't believe anything else, nothing else is real, nothing else exists except for us, except for the religion we believe in, anything else is wrong. That's intolerance and ignorance and should not be accepted. I mean, to me, it's racism. Racism isn't just about defining somebody by their color. It's also about defining someone on their religion and just ignoring their facts. Not accepting that because the way you believe makes them any less of a person. It's still racism. Racism is nothing but intolerance and ignorance. So just broaden your scope on life and don't get stuck on the one thing that your family makes you or thinks that you have to believe in. Be your own individual. Think for yourself. And I hope this video, I don't want to push my thoughts on anybody. I just want to put them out there. And if you don't believe it, that's fine. You don't think the same way, that's cool. All I ask is that you listen and maybe it'll give you your own thoughts on life. And who knows, you may come up with a more comfortable idea that you're, okay with accepting. And it makes you feel okay as a person. Because Christianity, whether it be baptism or University of Christ or whatever, always made me feel confused and uneasy in life. Because a lot of it just didn't make sense, and they only went on it on pure faith, which is okay. A lot of things are. That's for another video. But I wanted to find something that I'm comfortable with, that makes me feel right as a person. And that's what I believe. And frankly, at this point, I really don't care what anyone else has to say. Hateful lines. And if any of my family sees this video, then if they want to discuss it further, I'll be happy to explain myself. But I'm not going to change my views purely out of pressure. I'm not going to change anything or take this video down purely out of pressure. So that's my midnight thoughts.